After an ill-fated trip to Tokyo Tower, 3 Japanese schoolgirls are transported to the magical world of banal suburbia, where they have to deal with mischievous kids, bossy in-laws, and some brawny idiot who keeps showing up in their kitchen for some reason.
Gungrave of the Fireflies. 2 miserable little children are resurrected as unstoppable gun-toting soldiers, and they kill Hitler and win World War II.
There will be blood plus. Actually, I'm kind of running out of ideas here. Wait, I got it. You see, if I have a boyfriend, and you have a boyfriend, and I have a vampire, and my vampire goes all the way across the room into your boyfriend, I sex your boyfriend. I sex him up. Actually, I have to apologize for that bit. It was really bad. You see, this bit was originally going to be Trinity Blood Plus. But by that point, I was so knee-deep in girly vampire shit, I might as well put up a naked picture of Alucard for our female audience members to squeal at and call it a day.
What was I spoiling again? Man, that irrelevant random crap really distracted me from the plot, didn't it?
Speaking of attention deficit disorder, trapeze. Mental illness occurs all too often in modern life, but Dr. Irabu has just the thing to help: medical fetishism and furries. Trapeze is about a psychiatrist who has 3 forms, representing the ego, the superego, and bears. He meets with 10 patients over the course of the week before Christmas, and all the stories weave together like a psychological version of Bacchanal. In each episode, the patient of the story comes in for treatment, fucks up trying to deal with his issues, goes to lunch in the same restaurant as everyone else, has a follow-up visit with Irabu, and then has an epiphany or something that rids them of their issues by drastically changing them as a person. The patients in trapeze gain animal heads as a metaphor for whatever affliction is troubling them. For example, the faltering baseball pitcher becomes a horse because he's afraid of being put out to pasture in favor of the new pitcher. Not because he has a giant penis like all furries. The patients lose their animal head by embracing their inner animal, which never actually gets rid of their problem. The last patient in the series is a doctor who's worried about there being too many crazy fuckers with animal heads running around. And Dr. Irabu explains to him that crazy people are valuable as an indication of a sick society. At first, this seems like a happy ending, because we can all accept our various neuroses and feel important because of them. But then you realize that most of his clients never get over their psychoses, and if they do, they get over it by quitting their jobs, stealing wigs off of sleeping men, or being publicly humiliated. The moral of the story is that bears aren't good psychologists.
And now for something completely different. Here at Disorganization 13, we take it upon ourselves to ask the tough questions. Questions like, who's the one-armed man who gets the most ass in all the land? Cobra! Right. Who's the man that'll blow you away with his Mega Man hand? Cobra! Who's the cat that won't cop out when your fat loot's all about?
Shaft.
Cobra!
Oh wait, yeah. Cobra.
They say this cat Cobra is one bad mother.
Shut your mouth!
I'm talking about Cobra.
I can see it.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but a cyborg lady. There's really not that much to spoil in Cobra, seeing as it's pretty much the love child of Luke from the Third and Gogo 13. In space. Not just any space, mind you. You see, following a crippling shortage of pants asses in 21, the Gaga doctrine mandated that all female attire must show off the ass, on penalty of getting shot by a cobra. Truth be told, every episode of this show is pretty much self-contained, and the only real story arcs the show has only take up the first and last third of the TV series. The first one revolves around an artificial planet that's on a collision course with the sun. The key to stopping it is an insanely hot blonde. Seriously, the keyhole in the engine room is fitted for someone whose measurements follow the golden ratio. The engine room is trapped though, and Cobra falls down a pit and whacks his head, finding himself in the film noir city in the planet's core. Cobra gets his memories blasted back by getting the crap knocked out of him a little and finds out the true cause of the planetary joyride, which is a dead cult leader caught in the guidance computer. The second arc is about Cobra joining up with a group of adventurers to liberate a castle from alien invaders. Most of them get killed off in the first 5 minutes. Which leaves Cobra, an entirely different insanely hot blonde, some kind of bird monkey man, and hermaphrodite. Along the way, they rescue the king, who's now a slave elephant, and his sanity fairy. They get to the castle, get betrayed by the blonde, and kill a giant blue electro dragon. That's pretty much it. Hermaphrodite has enough money to get a new body, Bird Monkey Man is dead, and Cobra lights a cigar, flies off in a ziggurat, meets up with Lady, and goes off on his next epic caper. Because Cobra don't play.
We just want to let you guys know, we got the 5-minute flag. We only have 4 bits left, and we're going to try to go as quick as possible. We're just asking the NYAF staff to please let us maybe go a minute or 2 over just to finish. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You're the best. This staff is really just totally awesome. So.
While we're on the subject of blood plus. In every generation, 2 chiropteran queens are born and destined to be mortal enemies. Though this could be a case of nature versus nurture, because when twin sisters Saya and Devo were discovered, Saya was raised as a beloved daughter, and Devo was locked away in a tower and left to die, bringing us the worst ever parenting of twins since Rem Sabrum. The queens are the only ones who can create other lesser chiropterans, and all of this is a fancy way of saying vampire. The queens can also make themselves harems of boyfriends called chevaliers. A queen can only reproduce a new generation of queens by mating with one of her sister's boyfriends in order to keep the bloodline pure. This not only ensures that the queens remain the worst sisters ever, but upholds the level of inbreeding most commonly associated with royalty. Diva creates an army called the Corpse Corps because apparently no one told her that those words aren't pronounced the same. Saya fights back against the army with her own harem of boyfriends, and also a special sword that cuts her every time she goes to use it. You might think that this makes her less effective in battle, but this is anime, and so, by the law of inverse hemopugilism, the more a character bleeds in battle, the stronger they become. You might also think that cutting yourself before fighting a vampire might be a bad idea. It's okay though, because these vampires are card-carrying members of the Lame Vampires Club. In fact, the Lame Vampires Club is so overpopulated these days, I'm beginning to wonder, what if vampires are just lame, guys? Vampires are actually like the aberrations. I mean, the only cool ones I can think of right now are like Alucard and Dracula. Shit.